Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Katie O'Neill and I am so excited to have you here Monday morning. Today we're going to be looking at a 2022 Newmar Country Star. This is a 4045 and it is a fantastic opportunity for any of you that are out there in the market looking for a really wonderful diesel pusher in an entry-level segment. This is a great product and I can't wait to show it to you. So Jody, as usual, I like to start my videos from the inside out. Go ahead and take her on back. Of course, you can find us at RVs Inside Out on YouTube, also at TTT RV on YouTube, and then every day of the week, 3 times a day, you can find us here live on Facebook. So today we're looking at a mid-bath model with bunks, and I have a Superstar with bunks, and I'm really excited to kind of just go over some of the features that I enjoy while camping and show you a little bit more about this RV. First and foremost, I love this king size bed. Now this is the upgraded mattress, so it's super comfy, memory foam. It's really posh and very soft to sit on. Great mattress. As you'll note here, we have really nice cross ventilation on both sides, so not only do both of these open, but the shades are really easy to operate, and they do provide complete blackout. So when you're sleeping, you can go ahead and draw them down, and then when you wake up in the morning, you want to see that beautiful view, just pop them up. Great feature there. Also, you'll note that there's a 110 outlet back here, so there's 2 110 outlets. There are grommets here underneath, so if you want to run cords for a computer or anything along those lines, nice feature there. You can go ahead and get that done. Also new in 2022, we added an all lights off switch to this control panel underneath. So not only can you operate your security lights and turn your ceiling lights on and off, your reading lights on and off, but you can also push all lights off, and we use that every single night. In fact, sometimes when I just can't figure out which lights I'm missing, I might come in here and turn off all the lights just by pushing that button. Now another thing I wanted to mention is that down here we do have a 110 outlet as well as 2 USB outlets. A nice place to store a water bottle, any sultry novels you might be reading, keep your remote controls for the television, but also next to the bed you've got a ton of space here if you wanted to put a CPAP machine. So there's a little bit more space on the right than there is on the left, but also a ton of under bed storage as well. And then again, that same two USB ports with 110s above those or under those nightstands. So a great feature of this model, and one of the reasons I just love this floor plan, is the closet space. So as you can see, tons and tons of closet space here. And there's a nice shelf back here on the left. So if you wanted to set up like a vanity setting with your mirror and get your makeup done in the morning, you could just sit down here while maybe your husband's taking a shower, the kids are getting ready. So just a nice little place to sit and get ready in the morning, do your makeup. And we also have the space for a Splendid washer and dryer. So as you can see, all of this is pre-wired for that. So with very simple installation, if you do think that you would be using a feature like that, we do enjoy having a washer and dryer in our unit. It allows us to pack a lot less clothing because we can just do a few loads of laundry whenever we're en route. And then when I say that, what I mean is you can literally do your laundry while you're driving. So very nice feature. We use that quite frequently. If we're on a longer road trip, we don't want to do laundry when we're camping, so we'll just do it while we're driving down the road. As you can see, all these full extension, nice soft close drawers. Tons of room here. A little narrow shelf, so not a lot of sitting space, but if you're just putting your shoes and socks on, a great place to kind of be able to do that. And then of course a nice nightstand here, very long, lots of room to put your jewelry out, make sure you know where your wallet and your sunglasses are. Everything's pre-wired with your HDMI cables, a few extra outlets up there if you wanted to have a Blu-ray player or something along those lines. And then again, just really nice carpet-lined storage with no rattles throughout the coach. And again, those great MCD shades, and of course an emergency exit here. This is not the only emergency exit. There's also an emergency exit in the bath. We've got the optional egress door in this RV. So from a functionality standpoint, bunks aren't just for people, they're for stuff. But if you have people that are maybe even using the queen size bed in the front, maybe no kids, It's so nice to have a place to put all of their items. And it's also nice because you can actually close this door, and then you can close this other door, this mid door here. And if you had people who were, you know, 14, 15 that want to sleep in, they can have their own quiet space. These bunks do have shades here, so the windows open. There's reading lights. There's also USB ports for their phones. So there's plenty of room down here. These are 76-inch bunks. So mine are 72. These are just a little bit longer, but of course, if you've got somebody who's taller, that would certainly help. But as you can see, there are day and night shades as well. And I want to go ahead and get inside of this bunk and show you how much room I have, because I think for someone who's watching the video, you might go, oh, that looks kind of tight, but really, it's actually quite roomy. So my feet aren't touching and my head's not touching. So plenty of room for a full-sized adult. But more importantly, if you've got puppies, if you've got stuff, if you've just got, like, I don't know, when you're traveling, you know, you have potato chips and all the stuff that you got at Costco, and maybe you've got, you know, your paddle boards, any gear that you want to bring. You've got plenty of room to do that. And you can also just take this ladder off. You don't need to have it with you, and you can just use this for storage. But when I talk about storage, this 4045 also has a huge amount of additional storage. So for anyone who wants to go out on the road a little bit longer or bring more people with them, this is a great opportunity to get into a really, really spacious coach with a lot of function. And of course, more huge drawers. I mean, this is just so much room. So if you're in the market for an RV, please keep in mind having bunks is nice, because if you have extra people that maybe want to join you, it gives you that opportunity. But also they're just nice to have to keep stuff in them. Now, another benefit of this RV is that it actually has a 40 by 32 shower. So a really roomy shower. The wand is adjustable, so depending on how tall you are, you can set it higher and lower. But this has got a 105-gallon water capacity, and it does have the upgraded Truma water system, so a continuous hot water system. And then, as I mentioned earlier, there's also this great egress door. The egress door isn't just good for, you know, for escaping during a fire, but also if you just wanted to, you know, load your stuff, you could hand over all of your linens and towels, get your pillows up in here. Of course, if you're doing your laundry and getting cleaned up after a trip, it's nice to be able to just kind of take everything out all at once. And then look at all this storage. Just incredible. And then as you'll note here, our Dometic flush is really nice. One thing that I like about this is that this little light will eliminate orange. So you fill the tank with water. That way there's some water in the bottom of the tank. This is the flush button. But if this is orange, it means it's full. So you don't have to wonder about it. It's just nice to know that it's there. Also, more storage here underneath. And of course, two 110 outlets, as well as a great medicine cabinet. And then right above me, you'll note that there's a great, fantastic fan. And you can tell it's not very loud. So I wanted to mention this because one of the things one of my buddies was mentioning, because he's got a fifth wheel, he said, gosh, your fan's so easy to use, but it's so nice because you can turn the speed up and down. You can turn all the way down, so if you're just using it as a vent to get warm or get the hot air out of the coach at night and just to give the air conditioning a little more recirculation, it's just a really nice feature. And it's just a touch of a button, and it closes. Of course, it will also close as a rain sensor, so that's just a nice feature. Another nice feature is going to be the towel or the robe hook on the door. So great when you're in here taking a shower that you can have your robe hung up, your towel hung up. So just a really, really functional center hallway. Now, one thing that we haven't talked about is going to be these buttons here. So you'll see that we have ceiling, kitchen, living room, dresser, accent. So these are all the different types of lights that you have, but it's really handy to actually have a glowing light switch. I think that that's highly underrated. You know, there's a lot of RVs that just have little black up and down switches, and you don't know which one it's for, if it's dark or if it's at nighttime, and these you can really read really well. And I also love, so for instance, you might turn off all of the extra lights and just have the accent lights on, so you've got a nice glow. It's just great to be able to change what you're actually, you know, having on, because if you look here now, all I have is my reading lights. Maybe I want like a nice subtle glow. Great feature. Another feature to mention is I'm bringing this in just so that we'll be able to see the living area outside with the slides in. Of course, when we started the video, it was with the slides out. But as you'll note, there's no need for slide locks. These are automatically locking slides, and that's a really good feature on this RV. So now that we've covered just the extra storage capacity, if you would, or sleeping accommodations, this coach could very comfortably sleep 6, even if you had littles 8. That being said, with all those people, you need a vacuum cleaner, right? So just so nice that you can sweep everything here into this kick plate, and then this is where your hose attachments go. So we love that feature as well. As you can see, I have all the lights in here turned off, so it's nice and dark. I do also have a lot of these shades drawn because I wanted to show, you know, if you do have people that are sleeping here in the front, how dark you can have it, and then how nice and easy it is to get it nice and light. So this is a seating light. Kitchen overhead is going to be here. And then I can also turn this light switch off, so I can actually push the backlighting button and not have as much light. Now, of course, we talked again about these fans. Here's another fantastic fan here that you can use while cooking. So you turn that on. It's going to let the hot air out of the coach right here, and then also you can turn it nice and low. So if you do have people sleeping in here and you want that recirculation, you can have that. Also here we have a ton of storage again throughout this RV. If you've got a full family and you want to have lots of dishes, all the spices, your coffee maker or rice cooker or whatever it might be that you need, all of this is available to you. And I started this off with the stove top up. Really nice 3-burner stove, convection and microwave oven by Whirlpool. But let's talk about counter space. This RV has so much counter space. So first of all, you got this beautiful extra kitchen window bringing in additional light. You've got your 110 outlets here for your coffee pot, can go in this corner back here, or you could have your coffee pot over here in this corner. And then we also have this extendable island, so even more drawer space than you'd ever expect. So this is just a great offering for anybody who's in the market to get a very versatile RV that gives you the capacity to be very comfortable for longer extended trips, or just for the short term where you have everything that you need, all of your spatulas. As you'll see, I do have 3 remotes. That's one for the remote for this area, one for outside, and one for the bedroom. And then I have these 2 Bose remotes as well. There's a sound bar here inside, and there's also one outside, and we use that all the time. It's really nice. You can just sync your phone up with Wi-Fi and listen to your favorite playlist. Of course, the kids all want to battle as to who gets to turn their playlist on. But it's just a really nice family coach, or it'd be great for a couple that likes to entertain. Look at all of this cabinet space. I mean, this is just really unreal. This coach also has the upgraded Whirlpool 19.7 cubic foot refrigerator. So this is the residential refrigerator over the Norcold. And it has like really nice, like the meat and cheese drawer is fantastic. You can keep all your, you know, deli slices, lots of room for vegetables and for fruit. Just a really, really nice feature. And then if you have something that's taller, we use this all the time where you can slide that out of the way, put in a tall item, but also these great adjustable shelves on either side, and a water filter not only here in the refrigerator for your door water, but also a water filter outside for the whole house. So this is a doubly filtrated system by the time it hits this door. And then tons of room here. Of course, the ice maker is priceless. You see a little winterizer in there. And we do winterize our coaches during the wintertime, but when you come in and you camp here, we'll have everything with water on board, ice in the freezer, everything kind of ready to rock and roll. So really nice feature there. Now let's see. So we talked about the bath and a half, the 40 by 32 shower, 105 gallons of fresh water, 65 gallon gray water tank. So for those of you that are out there looking at other segments, like maybe you're thinking a C class, like a Navion might be nice, or maybe a B class, one of the things to consider is water capacity. How long do you want to stay out? How much do you want to be tethered to a park? With this coach, it's solar prepped. You could actually add solar panels to this and have 105 gallons of water with an 8 kilowatt generator mean, you could really take this out to BLM land and not need to be plugged in at all, and that's a really nice luxury to have in an RV. So highly recommend, if you haven't considered that, that's a great feature. And having a 65-gallon gray water tank and a 45-gallon black water tank is going to give you plenty of time to be out for, you know, up to about a week. So here's tons of storage underneath for your trash can, also for any of your cleaning supplies, of course. And then I love the scrubby brush holder. And this is just a great little compartment. I don't know what I would use this for, given how much drawer space I already have in this kitchen. But I just love all of these features. So very, very comfortable coach. Now coming up past the galley into the dining area, this table does convert. So you saw the cushion in the back, just drops down, puts it in place. There's also 2 seat belts over here on this side underneath. I have them in the drawer that you can pull out, but I'll just pull this out so you can see them. So I put them in the drawer earlier just so I could show. But yeah, so 2 forward-facing seats. So for those of you with littles, you could even put this all the way down and have a rear-facing car seat that was anchored in appropriately for driving safely, which is just a great feature. Now also, again, more storage. Look at all of that space up here. It's just incredible. And then we've already talked about that Bose sound bar, which is right here. And then all of your auxiliary feed. This has got the SKM 300, so I think that this is going to be set for not dish, but for direct TV. Of course, there's a conversion kit if you're a dish person, but this does have the satellite. It's also got a Wi-Fi Ranger extension, so all of those things that you might need. And then things like having a 110 outlet with 2 USB ports, so that when you're sitting there, you know, at the table, maybe, you know, playing cards or whatever, you can keep your phone charged, so you can document you pulverizing grandma at Rummy. No, that we would never do that. Never. And honestly, I would, but my mom always wins, so I can't. Oh, I don't know what that is. As you can see, there's got storage here underneath on both sides, and then also back here. Nice place to keep your water bottles. And then, as I mentioned, it's just nice to have all of these like little adjustments to your lights. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the accent lights on right now, and you'll see that these ceiling accents just start that nice glow. So I'll turn those off and then back on. How beautiful is that? Now that's not the ceiling lights. The ceiling lights are brighter. These are the ceiling lights, so you can really get it bright in here. But I just think it's so nice to have the ability to turn these different lights on. We find it very, very useful when we're camping because, you know, at night you don't want it so bright. So again, more storage here. If you are a family that likes to play board games, of course you can keep all your flashlights and bins up here, all your batteries, all your outdoor cooking supplies, things along those lines. And then of course, as we have been talking about throughout this video, you've got these great MCD shades that come down. So you've got day shades and night shades, right? So you can really get this all blocked out. And you also have lots of room for cross ventilation. So you can pop these little windows out and get the air coming through, get that nice forest smell coming into the RV. And then this is a huge couch. So let's say you have kids that have kids. So you want to take the grandbabies out camping. One of the things that's really nice about this RV is that, first of all, we've already discovered that this is actually a very roomy converted booth dinette. So you can put like maybe a 4 or 5 year old in there. Then you've got the bunks, which could hold kids that are up to, so at 76 inches, you know, you figure you could get a kid that's like 5'11", 5'9" in there pretty easily. So the older grandkids, the youngers of course would love to have their own area. I know that my son and daughter really like our bunks because they can go in there and they can actually, you know, have their own space to go into Snapchat, all those like little things that they want to do when they want to show the pictures of the fish they caught earlier in the day, all of those things. So it's nice for them to have their own private space. And I actually find that they're more interested in camping with us now that they have bunks than they were when we had to have them sleeping on the pull-out couch. And that's because, of course, your kids, if you've got adult children that have kids, they get up early. But when you're 14 or 15 years old, getting up at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning to have coffee with your grandparents is not exactly an ideal camping situation. So it is on this side. It's kind of afraid of it underneath. There it goes. It's tucked in there. So this is a great bed. One of the reasons I love this queen size is the way that it lays out. Gives you plenty of walking space here. So lots and lots of room. You don't suffer for size. It's an 87-inch couch, so it's a really big couch. But the bed's down the middle, so when you're sleeping on this couch, neither one of you is in the part where it folds. You're both really comfortable. So this is just a really, really nice, super spacious couch. Love that. Easy to put away. And so we use this all weekend, and you know, we got the sheets on it. Oh, also let's go ahead. Another 3 seat belts here. So seating for a total of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this coach can sleep 7 very easily. So not only is there enough beds, there's also enough seat belts so you can get everyone there safely. That way if you're, you know, maybe towing a car, you don't have to have someone driving with extra seat belts in the back. So very easy to put in and out. And like I said, so we would just keep our fitted sheet on the bed and then fold everything up. And of course, like I said, we were storing everything in that bunk area, making it really convenient for everybody who we were camping with to kind of clean up and get started with our day. But what's so nice about that is if you do have company, you know, you've got enough room where, depending on their age and what you're trying to accomplish, you've got lots of options in this RV, and they're always going to have plenty of room for all their stuff. So this is the Ashbury interior. These are dual pane windows. This coach has some stuff that really makes a big difference in terms of driving comfort. One of them is going to be something called Comfort Drive. So we'll talk about that. I'm going to go ahead and put this TV down, Jody, if you just want to show that real quick. So this elevator just pulls down. So this is a 4K smart TV. We're really into, we watch Stranger Things right now. So we just watched the first episode of season 4. And we only watch it when we go camping and it's raining. So it's taken us a long time. I know we're behind. A lot of people will probably laugh at us. But all of that being said, it's so cool because we just log into our television, throw it on Netflix, and we have access. I guess Hulu had a new movie came out this week, and my friends Max and Liz watched this new movie on Hulu called Prey, and then we went and watched Stranger Things in the bedroom. Everyone's got this like nice cinematic experience. So even though sometimes it rains in the afternoons in Estes Park, no one's really down, everyone just gets a little bit of time to kind of relax, and that's what camping's all about, right? Okay, so here you'll see I have all of the curtains drawn. I'm going to leave those down for right now. I'll put them up before we go out. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the cab here. So lots of nice features. First of all, you can hear I'm running the generator. So I turn that on right here. I can also turn it on and off at the generator itself. I've also got our shades and visors drawn. And then you'll note I got like a nice little screen here that actually shades my my navigation screen from the sun. And I've got my cameras. Oh, sorry. Well, let me turn it on real quick. So you've got your left and right video camera, and then when you put the RV into reverse, what's really nice is it actually will show you predictive guidelines. So you'll actually have a really cool camera that shows you where you're going. And then look at this fantastic dash. So this is very, very cool. This is an all glass dash, as you can see, very bright, easy to read, and then it's got a ton of controls on it. So this is totally state of the art. When we go down to menu, let's see, we want to go to gauges. No, we want to go menu. That's what it is. Oh, maybe it's off because I'm not on. There we go. So we'll go ahead and start her up. As you can tell, very quiet, right? You can't hear. In fact, I'll just go ahead and we'll stop the generator. So you'll see, even though the RV is running, you can't hear it at all. It's because it's actually running in the back. And then we'll go down here to diagnostics menu. Oh, I see what that is. vehicle configuration. Sorry, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so dash brightness. I can set my Bluetooth up here. I can change my units from metric to standard. I can change my steering effort. That's what I really want to talk about. So as you can see, your steering up here has to do with comfort drive steer. So this is the first level of coach, anything with a diesel pusher, where you're going to have the ability to turn this on and off. And what's really nice about comfort drive is that I can actually set the steering wheel so that it stays straight. So in a crosswind, I can turn it so that I've got a more rigid steering effort, or I've got less. If less would be that if the wind's pushing me, I'll still drag to the left or the right. But when I set it to more, it creates this situation where the steering wheel will hold straight regardless of that crosswind, so really reducing driver fatigue. It's a huge, huge deal. So I really think that that's fantastic. But as you can see, like how fast you're going, you can see all of your pressures. Everything is set right here. Your PSI, your engine temperature, your oil temperature, everything is right here in the dash, including your speed. Also, you can tell what your cell phone is ranked at, and then your Bluetooth connection. So really, really cool state-of-the-art dash. Of course, having this Voyager camera system where you've got both cameras. What's really nice about this is while I'm over here, maybe I'm using my Bluetooth and I'm listening to a song, this would come up and tell me what was playing if I had it synced, which I use, of course, while I'm driving a lot. If I was listening to the radio, I could do all of that, still see everything on the radio station, but I always have my rear view camera up, so if I'm passing someone, I know I'm in a safe passing distance. The other thing I really like about this coach is, first of all, your engine brake is just going to be stock controlled, but so is your transmission. So even though you've got that Allison 6-speed transmission, it's still stock controlled. So that's great. And then you can also make phone calls. You can turn your volume up and down. All of the things that you want to be able to do that you find useful in your car are here on this Freightliner steering column, which is super, super nice. You've got big cup holders over here on the left. Very easy to find lights. Heated mirrors. This is a heat on and off, left and right controls. And then you got your house and chassis battery boost if necessary. And then you've also got your equalizer leveling system. So I'll retract, of course, to pull everything off. And then, of course, auto level would level everything for you. Now I am going to go ahead and open this now, because I wanted to show you, you've got a big, big window here. You've also got really nice convex mirrors that are going to show you everything near you. And then above us here is one of the main reasons you would consider purchasing a Newmar. First and foremost, very few manufacturers are willing to be face-to-face with their clients, but I don't know of any that do such a good job in terms of providing customer support. So as you can see here, Margie is the person who's responsible for Country Stars, and you can email her at countrystarservice@newmarcarp.com, or you can call the 800 number. You can do both. Of course, you also have Freightliner, which is fantastic, but it's really nice to have somebody who actually specializes in the coach that you are driving, so that when you call, she knows what you're going through and what you might need in terms of assistance. So as you can see here, I'm putting this MCD shade up, letting in all of the light. And as you can tell, it's really, really bright out today. But I love that you also have this great day shade. So maybe you still want to be able to see out the window but keep the heat out at the same time. How easy is that to deploy or retract? So just fantastic. I did draw this earlier just so that we could keep it from being so warm in here because the sun was coming right in. But there's also, again, day and night shades. You've got an adjustable seat belt, so if you're a little more petite, you can put that belt down lower, and then you can turn all your lights on and off right here. One thing I totally love about this that I don't have on my coach, it's so nice that you can keep this closed and hand things through without opening the whole screen. If you've got little dogs or anything like that that might want to run out, just great to be able to hand over big stuff and keep the pups inside. Last time I did a Country Star, we picked up a few of these RVs from our sister dealership just because they're 22s and we're making room for the 23s. So I didn't mention the step cover, but we have 2 Country Stars in inventory, and they just have all the nice features. So they have the step cover, they have these, of course, these seats, they turn around completely. You have recliners, you have your desk here. So all of the nice features. And when you go up into the Ventana, at the 40-foot level, you get a tag axle and an 8.9 liter engine. But this has got a 10,000 pound towing capacity. It's a 6.7 liter ISB, so it's a diesel pusher, so still going to have that great benefit of having a diesel engine, which is turbocharged at those higher altitudes. And then it's the lighter weight, so at a 40-foot coach in Newmar, Ventana and up, you get a second axle, which is great for people who are towing because it is a little bit more comfortable, maybe a little more stability. But it's also a lot heavier, and there's also an extra 2 tires to replace, whenever it's time for tires. So benefits of a Country Star, first of all, a little more lightweight, a little more nimble, a little more agile, and then of course with all the same great creature comforts that you're looking for when you have an RV. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull these slides in, and you'll note that this is a full wall slide. So in other words, this slide is the entire length of the coach. Look at how this is coming in. And there's such a gigantic living room. And then it all comes back and gives you the same great space that you would have through all the Newmar segments. They do such a great job at creating all of the room in these RVs, making them like little miniature apartments. And like I said earlier, I love the fact that you don't need slide locks. These are automatically locking slides. But look at that. So there she goes, locked into place. And then we'll go ahead and bring in the other slide. And I do want to just show you the access that you have to the restroom, as well as the couch, as well as the kitchen area, as well as the pantry. So you're going to have access throughout this coach, even while you're driving, so that if someone needs to use the facilities or maybe wants to, get something, out of the refrigerator as a snack, you still have all that room. So for those of you that have like a really big, hefty dog, he's not going to make it. This is definitely one of those RVs that you have to do the sideways shuffle, but if you've got to go potty, super easy to get back here. And then when you're back here, you have all this space, and you can even access the bunk beds, you can access your pantry, you can access your refrigerator, and most importantly, you can access the restroom. So all of these great access points throughout the coach. Like I said, this is just a really, really nice option for somebody who was looking at maybe a Dutch Star or a Ventana and thought, oh, this is kind of pricey, I don't know if I can do this. This is a great opportunity to come into a coach. And the features that we found that were extra today, of course I always have our price sheets here. The egress door, the bunk windows, of course, like I said, those are great for ventilation, very important. This has got the surge protector. It has the 43-inch television outside in the exterior wall. It's got the good navigation system. The the Winegard antenna. Oh, and this is the SKM 100. So the SKM 100 is going to be for dish, and the SKM 300 is going to be for direct, but there is a conversion kit if one doesn't suit you. The Wi-Fi Ranger Denali. This one also has the Whirlpool refrigerator. So this residential refrigerator, once again, is a 19.7 inch or cubic foot refrigerator, so really big storage capacity residential, and it comes with an additional 2 house batteries, so super nice there. We've got Sirius satellite radio. I know we talked about the continuous hot water, so in other words, you don't have to have a water tank. There's just a continuous hot water. You can take a shower as long as you like. Central vac, and then again, this is going to be the Arctic maple finish, so this is the Arctic glazed matte finish cabinet, and the Ashbury interior, and also the Ashbury exterior. So fantastic, 360 horsepower, 800 foot-pounds of torque going on this coach with a 10,000 pound towing capacity. So Jody, let's go outside and show some of the really huge advantages. For instance, let's talk about the under RV storage, because that's just a really, really nice feature that is so highly sought after. On your way out, bud, just a quick look-see at your storage, and then again, USB ports. If you got to get that, of course, everyone needs a radar detector in their RV. Get that all handled. All right, so there's that. But yeah, like I was saying, so just a great, great opportunity for a really nice coach. And I missed a few cabinets over here, but this is just storage, and then this is, of course, our breaker box. So one of the things I like about Newmar a lot is that everything is so easily accessed. So great there. Nicely labeled as well. I always got to miss something, man. Last time it was a step cover, this time it's the breaker box. But let's not miss this. let's not miss this place that you keep. If you want to keep, I don't know, like, I think it's great for dog food or for any kind of pet supplies. And of course, if you don't have pets, you can keep, you know, your bug spray and your suntan lotion, all those things. So this 4045 is going to have, again, that fantastic screen, which I really, really like. But also it's going to have a 100-gallon fuel capacity. So there's your fueling station. And then these beautiful big Alcoa 22.5 inch rims. So what's nice about these, so these are 305/70 R22.5s, big wheels. But this Alcoa makes a huge difference in just capturing reverberation and keeping the coach quieter, and also less bouncy down the road. So really nice rims here. And then in our next bay, take a look at all of this storage. And as you can see, this coach is sitting on top of our star foundation. So we have this foundation that's putting all of the heavier weight from these slides down towards the center of the coach and elevating it off of the chassis rail. And that's one of the reasons that we've got such a stable ride going down the road. We also have V-Ride as well as Comfort Steer in this coach. So V-Ride is going to keep you from feeling as tippy or swayy. Comfort Drive, of course, is going to be preventing driver fatigue when you've got those really significant crosswinds. So just a really, really nice RV to drive. And then here on the outside, we've got 2 USB ports on the left, as well as a 110 outlet. And again, that Bose soundbar. And you could play the television, you could play your dash radio, or you can play your phone. So all of those things are available here in this television system. And again, look at all this storage. So here's your central vac. So your road vac can both be plugged in with these attachments inside or outside. This little remote that's just to the left of the blue bag is for our Carefree awning, which we do have deployed. Thankfully, it's saving us from all of the heat. There's a few 110 outlets up here on the left. If you want to make some outdoor margaritas while you're sitting down watching a movie, maybe catching up on the Broncos game. This board here, of course, is a great place to hang anything that you like. If you're going to be somebody who wants to have, for instance, your mountain climbing accessories, things like that, you could also hang any of your tools, your supplies here. So great cork board here, or not cork board, but peg board. And then again, so you've got 6 wheels total. If you did have a 40-foot in the Ventana, you'd have that extra tag axle. So a little less maintenance, a little less weight here. And then another great storage area. There's a little docking light here so that if you wanted to be able to get in there at night to find stuff, you could. Of course, this is where we burn off all of that dangerous particulate here in the diesel cylinder underneath. So that little cylinder is where you actually will catch all that particulate, making this a very clean emissions vehicle. And then also this is our chassis battery. Our house was right inside the door. So this turns on and off our chassis. This is that AquaGo system that gives you that tankless hot water. And then again, brake sync is another fantastic feature that you get standard on a Freightliner chassis with Newmar. Now, when we order these chassis, not all chassis are ordered the same. Newmar is very specific in how they want to have their chassis ordered and what they want to have them equipped with. And it's really nice is that first and foremost, you have all of your filters are accessible right here in the back. Engine oil, transmission, everything is really, really easy to get a hold of. But most importantly, this RV has what's called brake sync. So if I was to take this little cover off, I can buy an adapter and it's all ready to go for my Blue Ox. So just a few little things I need to do. More of the work is going to be done on my tow vehicle than on this vehicle. Of course, we've got our 7-pin connector and again, our 10,000 pound tow capacity. But like I said, really, really nice. What brake sync does is it actually has a, oh, did you see that? It didn't fall. Trying to break my iPhone today, folks. No, so what brake sync does is it actually charges in a cylinder full of air so that if you are flat towing and your airline to your coach, gets a hole in it, it will automatically stop. But your tow vehicle then of course would have no stopping capacity. With brake sync, it actually keeps a charged line specifically for your tow vehicle so that you can stop safely. So it's a really big safety feature that's standard on the Freightliner chassis. Again, lots of room out here. Of course, I mentioned this last week, I do like a power cord reel. This does not have one. It's not optional in the Country Star, but you're getting so much RV. Uh-oh. You can tell by the look of that latch, it was a treble door. I always have to have one treble door. That's that surge protector we talked about just briefly. So this has got a built-in surge protector, which is super nice. You can always add your own. A 10-gallon def tank. So single fill side. Notice that's full every time you come in to see us here at Transwest and you take delivery. Not only do you come with a 3-hour complimentary delivery, an ability to stay over here in our campground. If you look down the way, we've got a ton of people here, maybe for service, maybe picking up their RVs, but all that campground space is so that you can get your sea legs on, get your RV outlet outfitted, get all moved in before you have to hit the road. You've got somewhere to stop. You're not doing it at a campsite. You're doing it, you know, here where we have a lot of access to airplanes. No, sorry. Speaking of airplanes, we're really close to DIA. So if you want to fly in and see me before you make a purchase or just to pick up, that's very easy. But no, we have access to like Target and Walmart and Macy's, all those things that you might need. Look at this beautiful water bay. This is just so cool to see. Again, whole house water filter. You got a hot and cold outdoor shower. As you can see, your Blackwater hose has a little grommet where it goes down and outside of the coach so you can keep it nice and closed inside. There's a drain here so you can go ahead and clean everything out. It'll just drain out the drain. But very, very easy to use. A very nice setup, of course. But expect nothing less from Transwest. And again, here's just the other side of all of that storage that you have here. So much storage. And this Asbury interior is such a pretty interior, really nice. It's kind of fun to catch the greens. So you've got kind of a tealish green color here and some nice taupe colors going through with beautiful white, like very easy, very light colors, very easy to take care of. And again, so all this storage, and then the 2 extra house batteries are going to give you a total of 6 batteries. These are on the slide, so they're very easy to service. And just to the left of that, you've got a 32-gallon propane tank. And as I mentioned earlier, 105 gallons of diesel. And this is a dual fill, so this is the other side. So you could come in, set that side up first, come over here, set this up, and then go to the back and fill up your def tank all in one stop. So very nice, very easy to operate. And then up here in the front, as you can see, we have our fuse panel and extra spare fuses, of course. As I mentioned earlier, really nice convex mirrors. Very good visibility, but if you can't see, there's also a camera right here. This is the one that's always a pain, huh, Jody? I don't want to break it with my brute strength. You know I'm strong. I'll leave it out. So, again, this is stock number 5N210754. My name is Katie O'Neill. Oh, let's show this generator. I'm here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. I'm always happy to answer questions or to take pictures. I do a lot of FaceTime videos. I don't think I got the release. So if you want to do FaceTime and walk through the coach to answer questions that you might have. Do you think I got it? I don't know if I got it, Jody. I'm having clipboard issues today. No, I didn't get it. So this is where you keep that 8 kilowatt quiet diesel generator. Again, big deal because your engine's in the back when you're going down the road, your generator's to the front when you have your auto gen start come on at night to run those air conditioners if you're boondocking. And again, if you have questions, my name is Katie O'Neill. I'm at 303-562-8659. Again, 303-562-8659. And you can always find us at TTT RV 5 days a week. Come on in, tune in. Let us know what we can do to help get you on the road and get you camping. Thank you so much for today.